in time, I can push through all the pain. Cause the time flies when you're getting by and it breaks out far of you. But I know one day we'll laugh and play, cause somehow we made it through. And I know that I can do it, babe, cause I do it all for you. Tough times and tired eyes are the makings of a dream. In the end, it's all the same. In the end, it's all the same, cause I do it all for you. And I know we'll make it there, cause I do it all for you.
Hello! Hello! It is Thursday! It is Thursday! Hello, it's Mario Party today. I've been seeing Blues crash out in real time. It's like, oh, that's fun. Hello, Blue. Hello, Johnny. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. We got the K-pop! I think the last time I dyed my hair was kind of like this. Maybe it was like a shade darker than that when I dyed my hair last. I kind of want it back because it's long faded because I dyed it like the week of 4th of July, like the Sunday before. So it's been a minute. But yeah, I can feel the pain of like trying to click on something and then it just like snaps to something else, and it's so frustrating when that happens. Why did that happen? I'm trying to scroll in my chat and I try to click on something. I hate that. I also, whenever I'm on the laptop, I know I have a mouse, but if I know I'm not gonna need it for the long run, I still use my trackpad. And I am not the person who taps on the trackpad to click. I hate that. I hate that so much. I would rather just have a button to click. So sometimes when I'm like trying to like scroll, do like the 2-finger scroll down the window, sometimes I will tap on something or like just place my fingers on the trackpad and it's like, you clicked on this. I'm like, no, I did not click on this. I absolutely did not click on this. So just a, you know, a similar vein crash out. Oh, crazy. Alright, it's just me, Oos. Day 1-ish, just me, Oos. I think we determined, Green Team and Team Fat. It's Fat with a PH, by the way. That's their team name. I believe, yes, Luigi's Engine Room. This is one of my favorites. I like this place. Biddy, let's go. I miss the era of K-pop when every group had to have one member with the candy apple red hair. It's a rite of passage mandatory requirement. Either the red, pink, or some kind of wild color. Orange. Orange is another option too. Yeah, but like the red hair, red and orange, or like anything in like the red family I tend to stick to whenever I color my hair. Anything in the red family. I have dyed my hair strawberry blonde when I was like a sophomore. Or, you know, it was like, it's still box dye because that was what my mom always got. But my mom was like, hey, let's try this on your hair. And it's like, okay. So we did a strawberry blonde for my hair my sophomore year. I was like 15. It has been like a dark auburny color before, like not quite brown, but not like dark brown, but like a red tint to it. I don't even know what to name that color. That was professionally done. Trying to think. Blue has seen my wedding photos. That was done at a Walmart salon because 23 days to plan a wedding. So, don't assume what I'm doing, computer. Exactly. You know what assuming does? Makes an ass out of you and me. Has anyone heard that phrase before? I mean, it's still a really good phrase, you know? Assuming just makes an ass out of you and me. You looked beautiful, thank you. But yeah, that hair that I had, the red hair I had for my wedding, yeah, that was at a Walmart salon. Because it was like the cheapest option to get it professionally done on short notice that was not box dye. So. Burgundy's probably a closer color to what I had. It was like my junior year? I was in high school. Well, time to get the treasure chest because everyone's broke. It's the first turn, so everything's fine. Let's... we're just gonna go. Burgundy! Burgundy's nuts! Oh, I'll see myself out. But yeah, more often than not, anytime I, like, dye my hair, it's usually in, like, the red-orange family. I don't venture too far out. There have been times where I've wanted to do, like, a little bit of, like, color in it. But I feel too closely associated with the identity of red hair that I wouldn't do, like, a full, head of hair, you know, a quote-unquote fashion color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One space before the star. Take it. Because next turn I should be able to get it if I don't like lose a minigame or something. So, I can't believe you would say that. It's not like you haven't said stuff like that before. I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this. Fine. Much simpler times back then. I also remember, I know like the last like few years or so. Mitcha, that candy sassy. I remember like for like the last few years, anytime I have like colored my hair, it's always been like orange. Like an orangey ginger box dye. And it's like, I understand like box dye is not like super great for your hair, but you know, cost and convenience is really the main reason. And I like how the color turns out. So, but also it's my hair. I'm aware of the damages. I'm very well aware. But, yeah, the last time I'm like, you know what? Let's do like a darker red. And so I did. I'm like, yo, this looks so good. Because, the dark red really brings out the green in my eyes. Because my natural eye color is, it's a good mix of blue and green. Sometimes the blue pops out more, sometimes the green pops out more. Oh, I never did the thingy. So, but on my driver's license, it says blue for my eyes. So, which is like, you know, usually what, you know, the color. Nope. There we go. You know, the most common color, like, hey, blue. My eyes are blue. You know, it's usually what I tell people, but like, realistically, my eyes are a good mix of, blue and green. Which is kind of like the oddball. I'm kind of the oddball in my family. I think there's other family members that kind of have the similar color of my eyes. My oldest brother, the other blue-eyed kid, his are lighter. Kind of like what you would, not quite like icy blue eyes, but not quite like the deep blue eyes like mine are. or like the blue-green, but like his are definitely lighter. You can definitely tell they're blue and only blue. I think my dad's eyes were the same way. But also like my dad had like jet black hair and like bright blue eyes. So let's go, Arya. Wee. Because I mean, I've seen pictures of my dad when he was younger. I've also seen pictures of my mom. Because like my dad, you know, he had black hair, blue eyes. My mom had like kind of light brown hair, brown eyes. So, and there are 2 kids that have brown eyes and 2 kids that have blue eyes in my family. So, I'm one of the blue-eyed kids. Blue eyes, white dragon! See, we're cool. We're blue eyes, white dragons. What are the brown-eyed people? They're full of shit. And we're just a quart low. Heard that one too? I've heard that one like all my life. Like from my dad. It's like, oh yeah, you're full of shit. It's like, no, I'm a quart low. My eyes are blue. Ah, the memories. Purple eyes and hair. Purple eyes, that'd be crazy. But if I were to get like a color in my hair, I would want like a really cool like ombre thing, you know? I would have like the ends of my hair purple and like, you know, the rest of it, like a bright red into purple. That would look really cool. So, yeah, if I were to, there's like 2 options if I really wanted to like go like super color heavy, like the bright red and the purple, or like a bright red into like a fiery like blonde, you know, like the red, the orange to the blonde. That would look really, really cool, like flaming hair almost. But I'm also like kind of terrified of like bleaching any parts of my hair. But if it's just like the ends, it shouldn't be too bad. I just don't want to like bleach my whole head of hair. Like absolutely not, because I'm terrified, because I don't know what it does to naturally curly hair. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm stupid, LMAO. I was just like, she already has hair. I know, crazy. I've got lots of hair. I mean, my hair is not like thick by any means, but they're, the curls really make it appear like I've got really thick hair. My sister has the thick hair, but she is also, I'm sure my hair is like fairly damaged in a way, but probably not too bad, because I really don't dye my hair too often. I don't dye it often enough. So, green. It's color me. But when my sister got to college, because, okay, my sister's natural hair color is like this golden honey blonde, and my mom absolutely loved her natural color and would not let my sister dye it. Would not let her, because like your natural hair color is beautiful enough. You don't need to change it. You don't need to dye it. And as soon as my sister got to college, oh, and also my sister wanted to like pierce her ears too. But she got him one, and she wanted like doubles, but my mom wouldn't let her, because my mom, for one, is old-fashioned, and 2, she also really liked my sister's natural hair color. So when my sister got to college, you know, 18, on your own, far away from home, yeah. She kind of went nuts, in a way. She got the doubles, and I think she's pierced her ears more. She has, like, doubles. She's got the cartilage piercing. I don't know what all she's got now. But I just remember, like, from college, like, when she first got to college. And then she dyed her hair, like, platinum blonde. And, sure as shit, my mom hated it. But it's one of those, she's 18, she can make her own decisions. Can't really get mad. So, you know, and I can understand in a perspective that, like, it might have been a little hypocritical of my mom, because my mom helped color my hair a lot when I was in high school, and my mom was like, don't touch your hair, to my sister. But then, I think a lot of it is my mom wanted to bring out the reds in my hair and thought it would be, you know, a color that would suit me. And I think she thought my sister's natural hair color suited her more. So, but yeah, she went nuts. I think she had pink in her hair a little bit at one point. But I know, like, fairly soon after she got to college, she dyed it platinum. And then just kept going with, you know, dyeing her hair. And she would just, so much product in her hair, and she damaged it real good. I know she's also, like, dyed it kind of dark a couple times before. She's had a little bit of red, I think, in her hair, and I'm like, don't try to steal my thunder. Anytime I see anybody dye their hair red, I'm like, stealing my thunder. Even though I am very well aware I do not own red hair at all. Maybe it's just like I have a weird sense of self. It's like red hair is part of my identity. Like my natural hair color, there's like tiny bits of red in it. In the sunlight, you can see a little bit of red glisten in my natural color. But like, I mean, let's just say, I have enough red in my hair for my siblings to make fun of me. Let's just go with that. Because I'm like, oh, the ginger kid, the redheaded stepchild, you know? I've heard it all from my siblings, so. What it also kind of, you know, shows, like, hey, you know, strict parents breed rebellious kids. So it's one of those, like, if you have, like, super duper strict rules growing up and then you turn 18 and you move out, of course they're going to do, like, literally everything. That's why it's like a lot of these restrictions people have, it's like, it's no good when they, you know, get out of the house and are on their own. You know, it's like, oh, no sugar, no sweets. Absolutely no sweets, no sugar in the house. And then when they turn 18, they experience sweets and sugar and like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then they, like, you know, start eating junk food all the time because they couldn't have it as a kid, you know? So that's kind of, it's kind of in the same vein there. I had a teacher that used to say that their brains are full of shit, that's why their eyes are brown. Yes. Yes, my parents always said that. It's like, yeah, I'm not full of shit, I'm a quart low. What is happening? I'm focusing on my part. I did it. I think that's a green team victory. I can't tell if Wario got lit up or not. He did not! It's green team! It sounded messed up, it did. It's like, what is happening? Red Eyes Black Dragon! I, Joey Wheeler, summon Red Eyes Black Dragon! Along with the baby dragon! Oh man. As much as people shit on 4Kids, they really created some iconic moments in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub. Oh my god. I mean, they created the Shadow Realm, which... They created the Shadow Realm to avoid the conversation of, like, death, because, like, it's a kid's show. like, yeah, they try to make a show for teens to kids, you know, because I think the original Yu-Gi-Oh audience is more meant for like a teen tween audience. But they try to, like, you know, the censorships and all that. They you know, blocked out any mentions of death. And they created the Shadow Realm in place of, like, the death games. Which is funny enough because inadvertently, they created something much worse than death. Because when you're just, like, stuck in limbo, you just want to die. It's like you're not in the living world, but you're not technically dead. So it's like just end my suffering, just kill me already, but no. So yeah, Shadow Realm is a fate worse than death. It's crazy. Now there are some censorships, you know, censoring or things they have censored that are like, why? You know, like there is no point to this. Ow. Like, okay, we all know the story, I would hope we all know the story of when 4Kids tried to dub One Piece. I remember watching those 4Kids episodes of One Piece. I remember watching those when I was a kid. And, you know, like, as a kid, it's one of those, I didn't think anything of it. You know? But then, as I got older and, like, looking back on it, it's like, wow, 4Kids was not, or not 4Kids, One Piece was not meant for children. I need to go up. So let's go this way. So yeah, 4Kids was, 4Kids. I did it again. One Piece was not meant for kids. Definitely a teenage and up audience. For sure. It was, kind of insane how much they changed. And I feel like the story is, like, don't quote me on this, I haven't looked up the story in a while. I feel like it was part, like, getting the rights to One Piece was part of a bigger package. And they didn't really, like, look into it all that much because it was part of a bigger package that they got in a deal. So they were not aware of, like, so many changes they have to make. So that's why there's so many edits in the little bit of One Piece that they had. All the, you know, the guns edited, all the, you know, shit. Sanji's lollipop? That was supposed to be a cigarette? Yeah, that was a choice. And also, Nami's backstory got changed very heavily because they're like, we're not showing any kind of death, and it was just a dramatic point, and like, you're gonna be in the basement forever, and no, she was just executed right in front of Nami. No! Dang it. I tried. So yeah. And just thinking about, like, all the other shows that they've had to, like, edit out the guns, the dramatic point. It's like, you're in trouble! But in the original, it's just a gun pointed at them. So, yeah. Hello, DA! Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Another, 4Kids edit, like, editing decisions I have seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way, because I can't go up. Sorry, I had to burp. Tokyo Mew Mew. Anyone know that one? I remember I was like, 13? 12 or 13? When I discovered Tokyo Mew Mew and I watched the Japanese. I had watched the Japanese on YouTube, you know, back in the day when you watched anime episodes in like the 3 parts, the 2 or 3 parts. The low quality and broken up into parts. Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah, I watched Tokyo Mew Mew. I remember really liking it when I first watched it, when I was, you know, young 12-year-old me. And then a few years later, I found out, oh, hey, it's getting an English dub. And then digging in further, it's like, oh, it's for kids. Cool. Cool. Alright, I'm also doing pretty good, and my pasta is doing okay. My back cracked a little bit, but not too bad. But, yeah, for kids. Completely, why? Why? I wasn't even doing anything. Just trying to hip drop. Ground pound, hip drop. Yeah, they kind of butchered the whole story. And the biggest things they did was they made like episode 13, 14. They made like the midway point the first episode. They took creative liberties on the whole freaking plot. And not to mention, you know, changing the Japanese names, changing, you know, I believe Ichigo became Zoe. That's the only one I know off the top of my head. I don't remember anything else. I just remember, there's lettuce, pudding, Zakuro. They changed her name to, like, Renee, I think. Or her name was Renee. I don't remember. I'm gonna look it up. I don't remember the names of the characters. I'm stupid. Tokyo Mew Mew. And I know they did a remake of it. It's Tokyo Mew Mew New. I heard it's not as good as the original. So I'm not sure if I really want to check that out, but I'm going to look at a list of characters. Because I don't remember all their names, because it's been a minute. Plot. Characters. The Mew Mews. There's Ichigo. And Ichigo means strawberry in Japanese, so that's why she's a, you know, Mew Mew strawberry. Mito. Mito Aizawa. She's mint. Lettuce. Lettuce. Yeah, they're all bullying. I think she's like Chinese, actually. Yeah, pudding. She's great. And then Zakuro, yeah. So, yeah, I was right. I forgot Mint. Minto. I forgot her. Because, you know, a lot of anime names are just bad puns. A lot of anime names are just bad puns. So, yeah, they changed Zakuro's name to Renee. I don't know what all they changed to. That's all I remember off the top of my head. I don't want to even bother looking it up. I just know they changed Ichigo to Zoe. No! My prized possession. Damn. That just went downhill. Why is no one grabbing this? Okay, so yeah, they changed like they moved the midpoint of the story to the beginning, and they essentially kind of redid the timeline of the plot into a this is how we got here type storyline. And sometimes that kind of story works great because it can be a really cool hook in a way if you were just thrown into something like kind of in the future and it's like really wild and crazy, and then it's like, This is how we got here. Isn't like My Hero, doesn't it kind of in a way? Cause Izuku's like, this is how I became the greatest hero. And beginning of the plot. Beginning starts. You know, kind of like that. So like stuff like that can work. But sometimes it just feels lazy in a way. Especially if you're redoing an already existing plot. So if you're like redoing an already existing anime and reworking the episodes, then there's gonna be plot holes. There's gonna be freaking plot holes because the midpoint is when Zakuro is revealed to be a Mew Mew. You know, she's one of the fighters. And it was like a big reveal. It was a big deal reveal. And they made that episode 1, and then they turned it into a like, this is how we got here. So when they confront her later, they're already calling her by her name, like they already know her. Because the audience is already exposed to her. And it's like, excuse me, no, they're not supposed to know her. They're not supposed to know who she is. Because it starts with Ichigo, because I know they work at a cafe, you know, to, you know, their Mew Mew powers or whatever, and it starts with, you know, I read them in order, Ichigo first, then Mint, then Lettuce, then Pudding, and then Zakuro. That's the order. That is the exact order. So by reworking the plot that way, it's like you're going to confuse so many people. Because also, there is no word of Zakuro until like kind of starting in like the midsection of the entire anime. So it's like you pull out this thing, the big reveal of Zakuro at the very beginning, and then you're like, this is how we got here. And there's no mention of anything ever until like 7 episodes in or something. I don't even know if they finished it. I think they just did like one part of it. So yeah. Although, I will say, Tokyo Mew Mew, I did ship Ichigo and Kishu. I did ship those two. Because often with those stories, I feel like the antagonistic one always has more chemistry with the protag. Like a enemy / rival, like, not like a full-blown enemies to lovers, but like a rivals to lovers. Maybe that really started my whole rivals to lovers type thing. You know, because like rivals to lovers and enemies to lovers, completely different. Because rivals, there can already be an established connection, established friendship, but there's a rivalry, you know, competition, you know, there. And full-blown enemies to lovers is you are on opposite sides. Point blank period. No connection, opposite sides. That's it. That's the tweet. Oh, Luigi. So maybe that's where that stems from, and that's probably why I like HB so much. Because in my brain I'm like, oh, this is a rivals to lovers situation. And also that one heart-to-heart was so funny with HB and X. It was so funny. Goodbye. Oh, I tried to goodbye. I tried to goodbye, and it didn't really work. I want food, but I don't want to eat. I feel that. I only had cereal for lunch because I had, like, nothing else at home to eat. And I only had one bowl, and I usually have, like, 2. So, I feel that. So, yeah, that one heart-to-heart with HB and X. Oh, so funny. Because, he's, like, confronted by women. And he's like, I need out of here. Hey, why don't you take me out of here? Take me away. And I'm like, okay. And then it brings up the party menu, and you can put him in your party to literally take him away. It's so funny. Nosana Village? It's Thursday! It's Thursday! So that should tell you everything you need to know. So yeah, just kind of thinking, you know, my writer blame. My writer brain and like my storytelling brain. Sometimes you can get away with a, you know, this is how we got here type plot with a flashback. Persona does this, actually. Persona 5, I think, specifically does it. And I think Persona 5 does it pretty well. I have not seen the ending of the game. I've seen enough because I was watching a specific streamer's playthrough of the game, but I never finished watching it. I think they were like towards endgame. I watched a bunch of it, so I've seen majority of the plot of Persona 5. So, and the beginning of it does a, like, this is how we ended up in this situation. And it's, like, flashbacks. Like, I think, like, the entire, like, first half or 2/3 of it are a flashback. So, ow, my toe popped. I saw that pop up, and I moved my hand, and it was already gone. Thank you, Blue. So, yeah, like, stuff like that can work if done well. I feel more often than not, it's not. Because, like, I understand you want a good hook. You want people hooked on your story. And a way to do it is by showing something crazy. And then be like, here's how we got here. And like that is a way to do it. But sometimes it can just be like, you just want to have your big old climactic moment in like the first episode / chapter, and then you just are kind of lazy with stuff afterward. So like it can work, but sometimes it doesn't. So. I'm not super good at, like, starting stories, I guess. You know, just trying to figure out good introductions. Endings are kind of rough sometimes because I feel like I need to continue this, but, like, no, it needs to end. So, but I'm still working on the fanfiction from our 500 follower goal. Still working on it. It's coming together. I am currently working up to like the big climax. So, and I am on I'm writing chapter 8 right now. I don't know how many chapters it's gonna be. I couldn't tell you. I'm ballparking, rough estimate, very rough estimate, probably like 14 or 15. It could be less, it could be more. I don't know. So, wait, I'm on chapter 8, I believe? Yeah, currently writing chapter 8. So, but yeah, working up towards the big climax. So, yeah. So don't worry, the goal will be fulfilled. It will be fulfilled. Just as soon as I'm finished writing it, as soon as I go through and clean up most of it and edit it and get a word count, then we'll read it on stream. I promise. Got food in the Shadow Realm. That's an interesting story there. I mean, I've written a lot of different stories, and also I have like works in my brain that are not on paper, because some of it's like I want to like make a comic or something, but like it is a lot of work and I just don't have the resources for it. But also it's like nothing is stopping me from like writing it using my words, but I just can't really, you know, get it down. DK. I also have a lot of unfinished stories. Some posted on sites, some not. So, but it's like some of the ones that are just unfinished, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what the end game would have been. So. Dun, 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 dun. There's a question of the day. Say something positive, because we need a lot of positivity in our lives right now. So, say something positive. It could be about yourself, could be about something else, could be about, you know, whatever. I'm talking about stories and writing stories. I feel like I have some pretty good stories. I feel like I like my writing enough, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So there's my positive statement. It's like, I don't want to, like, you know, be like, oh, I'm tooting my own horn, but it's like, I genuinely, you know, enjoy. Bam. I genuinely enjoy writing and coming up with stories in my head, and it's a good, like, creative outlet. So, it's a really good creative outlet, and just like telling stories I want to tell. And like, yeah, I use it in the umbrella of fan fiction, but I feel like a lot of my stories, if you just like change the names and little tidbits here and there, it wouldn't even be fan fiction. So I really just use fan fiction to like pull characters in a way, so I don't have to like worry about it, because coming up with characters is hard enough. I mean, I can do it. I can come up with characters and do all that, but stuff like that does take time, especially if you are, if you've got like a big cast of characters. Where is the star? It's up there. I need to. Okay, the red sides are down, so let's go down here. So, yeah, and having like a big cast of characters, ugh, rough. Without like a good, reliable source. And coming up with all of them on your own, oh, that's so rough. So, Godspeed, Blue. Because Crown of the Alchemist does have a lot of characters. It's got a lot of characters, and it is a lot to keep track of. Yes, we absolutely need some positivity right now. It's a light day at work today, so Kihan should be home early. Let's go! And my husband also told me, he said it might be late, but he's gonna try and make it home tonight. So he's gonna try. He's gonna try to make it home. So I hope people can follow the amount of characters. I'm so paranoid. Yeah, and it's like, having a large cast of characters, you know, it can work in, you know, some situations. I'm just gonna... Sometimes it can be a lot to keep track of, especially as an author. I remember writing a story called The Game of Life. It's like a big old superpower fanfiction. Never did finish it. Never did finish it. And I tried to kind of resurrect it, but it went nowhere. It went nowhere. Lost. Didn't like lose the plot, but it's just, I think life kind of happened. But anyway, again, I pull from, you know, big fan fiction, and this is like 2013. Like, it was like mid 2013 when I first started writing it. And I, of course, fanfiction, I always had like a self-insert OC. And so my character had a big ol' fight with all of EXO. And at least it's so nice when writing stuff about superpowers and I pull from EXO. They already have powers. So I don't have to come up with that. Because do you know how hard it is to come up with superpowers for an already existing person? So hard. I say, as the current fanfiction I am writing for the current follower goal is in the supernatural power universe. So sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's hard to come up with powers for certain people, for certain characters, but also finding like creative ways for people to use their power. I did have a supernatural power AU story that I scrapped. I was like 6 chapters in, and I'm like, I can't really do this. So I scrapped it and started this current one I'm working on. One of the characters had like blood manipulation. You would think with a power like that, oh, they can definitely use it for like, you know, bad things. But no, this dude was a healer. He used his blood manipulation to heal. And I think that's a pretty creative way to like use that power. And I know, I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've seen stuff talks about My Hero Academia, but it's another good example, because like Eraserhead, you know, Aizawa, you know, having an ability to like erase a quirk just by staring at him, not blinking. And what's his name, Shinso? He has like a mind control quirk. He's got if he asks them a question and they answer it, he can, you know, control them. That's like a evil villain quirk, right? But no, like, I love creative ways to use power. That's one thing I will definitely give props on, you know, what's his name for My Hero. A lot of the quirks, they are used very creatively. And as someone who is so fascinated with like superpowers and dives into it, I love that. Now, there are some, like, you know, other questionable things about, you know, some of the female characters. But just looking at, like, the quirks themselves and the powers they have and how they use them, I love that a lot. So yeah, I'm real big into, like, supernatural powers and everything. So, but yeah, I had my character, like, fight with EXO. I'm a mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best dressed, fearless. Say yes, we don't dress to impress. I listened to that song today when I was in the shower. It popped up on my playlist. Yeah, so my character had like a big ol' fight with EXO. Like all 12 of them. 12v1. So as I was writing it, I had I had like a kind of like a notepad in a way, and that's how I kept track of all the characters there, because I think the way I had it set up was like in my character knocked down this one, kind of knocked him down one by one, but then, oh hey, brain power, hey, when you're fighting a group of enemies, take out the healer first. And there was an oh shit moment. It's like, oh no, I left Lei, because he has the healing power. I was like, oh no, I left him, I didn't attack him. And then it was like we take out Lei, and then we take down everything else. So, love it, yeah. I mean, it's a good song too. Thank you, DA, thank you. So, yeah, anytime there's like and also with like the game of life, there were so many groups of people, so many groups happening, and it was like, let's go in on this person, then this person, then this person, this person. It was It was a lot. And then when I tried to bring it back, I'm like, okay, I'm going to only get 3 character timelines. And then we'll do like a continuation. But again, I didn't even see an end game. And I think what's helping me finish stories now is picturing the end game first. Picturing the ending first. And then work your way towards that ending. And that was the problem I had with the first supernatural power I tried to write. I didn't really see the end goal. I just saw character development. Like, I didn't really see like an end goal for a plot. But with this one, I had the ending pictured long before I even started writing it. So I think that's what's helped me out a lot. So, I just really need context as to why you're fighting the entirety EXO because I could. Because I could. That, and it was like the beginning of it too. And, I got. Punch me! Yeah, it was one of those because I could type moments. No! No, I got! Well, time to watch them scramble. They're lost without my help. Watch, they're gonna win anyway. Oh, Luigi's got it. Go, Luigi! I don't win any money. But, yeah, it was like the beginning of the story. It was essentially to establish my character. And my character was, like, super overconfident, always very reckless. And, you know, her development was, you know, she can't always be super reckless, very impulsive. And just kind of working through that, and it's gonna be like her biggest downfall was her impulsive nature, and it's gonna like get her killed if she, you know, if that doesn't, you know, stop. But like I had like this whole character arc, but like the entire story, I don't know if there was really an end game to it. I know I had like a character arc for my character, because it starts off fighting the entirety EXO, and then there's little beginnings of a ship going on between my character and Luhan. Don't ask why I decided on Luhan, but I decided on Luhan. I'm still from DK because I can. So there is, I think it was more like the banter of the characters there, because like Luhan's, he has like the telekinesis and telepathy. Those are his powers, and it, you know, kind of foils with the character of like someone so impulsive and like doesn't really think before they act. How do you combat that with a mind reader? You know, so I think it was just like the dynamic really was really pretty good. I need to go down. So, and you know, there's dynamics there, and when I first wrote it, I didn't quite get to like the big turning point of the character. But then when I kind of reworked the story, I finished like the beginning, like backstory plot, I guess. Because I did kind of integrate, you know, 2014 in EXO's history into my plot, so that happened. And there was a big plot going on where my character's powers had her powers were energy manipulation, and it was a fairly not like a common power, but it was a power that most people had, and there was a subplot happening where like the government organization was kidnapping people with energy manipulation to like, you know, siphon their energy in a way, and then there was and then another group busted them out. So and Luhan helped save, you know, my character's life, and so And my character was big on, like, you know, clan mentality. Her clan, her grandpa taught her a lot of things. You know, just character in general. And it's one of those, it's like, you saved my life, I owe you one. It's, you know, that philosophy, it's like, I owe you one. You saved my life, I owe you. And later on, I had the whole plot, like, Luhan has, like, this evil dad that was, like, this evil king of a different nation and everything. And he comes back, his dad comes back and tries to be like, Luhan, come with me. You are destined for this great power. And Luhan's like, no. But then, he comes out and attacks Luhan and almost kills him. But my character comes in and gets impaled at the hip and is a total badass doing it. But she saves his life, you know, so that is repaid. And then, like, you know, it's a lot of, like, come back, save her life, you know, trying to heal her. And they get her healed, but, like, it's not, like, completely healed. It leaves a humongous scar, because having a big ol' hole in your hip definitely would leave a scar. So after that, there's, like, a whole moment. There's a moment the ship kind of comes together. But then later, another character gets in Luhan's head. And they're like, hey, you're putting her in danger. It's one of those, you're putting her in danger by being around her. Stop that. If you care about her, leave her. And so that kind of pulls Luhan to, like, the quote-unquote dark side. And he, you know, turns into his, like, quote-unquote destiny or whatever. And betrays everyone. And yeah, because I had Chris killed off. Tao got lost in time trying to figure out things, and then Luhan betrayed everyone. So that's kind of how those three, I kind of paralleled the 2014 to 15 EXO into the story. So, yeah, and there was gonna be, like, a whole character arc when my character, like, meets Vix. And I had N as, like, one of the energy manipulators, and there was a whole freaking thing, so it's like, maybe I'll come back to it? I don't know, but there's, like, a whole character arc, because, like, Luhan comes back. This is all in my head, this hasn't been written out yet. Like, Luhan comes back, finds, you know, my character, and chases her. It's like, come back, you need to come with me. And she's like, no, fuck you. You betrayed us. Like, she became, it's one of those, like, she became hardened by that betrayal. Because she was, like, super happy-go-lucky, very reckless. But afterwards, she's still very impulsive. But, like, her core kind of got hardened by that betrayal. Because, like, she trusted Luhan, and then he betrayed everyone. But then he comes back, and she's like, why? And then she's, like, hanging on a cliff. And there's, like, confrontation that has her, like, hanging off a cliff, and Luhan tries to come help her up. It's like, don't do this. Come with me. And my character's, like, essentially just middle finger, drops off the cliff, you know, impulsive behavior. And then that's how she stumbles upon Vix and stays with them for a bit and kind of learns more mentality and be like, you know, it's not the end-all be-all, more, you know, more, where am I going with this? Learn to kind of control emotions and more control over her power, because there's a time skip. By the way, there's a time skip between when Luhan betrays and when he comes back. So in that time past, you know, my character, you know, gets more accustomed to her powers and uses them in different ways and everything. No. So, yeah, there's that time skip, and then she'll meet, like, Vix, and is also an energy manipulator. So they kind of bond over that. He trains her a little bit, and then maybe question mark a ship? I don't know. But then there's this whole thing where my character, like, I don't know if it's like she gets kidnapped or turns herself in. I don't remember what happens, but she gets taken to, like, you know, Luhan's kingdom. And he's like, you're gonna marry me. And it's like, excuse me? So there's like a whole big character development, big old fight. And it's like one of those like real badass moments where, like, you know, my character's like in a wedding dress and like fighting to the death. Not like to the death, but like, you know, fight to defeat Luhan. It's like, this is enough. You know, so like that's kind of like the big story there. So there you go. TLDR of like the inner workings of my mind and my storytelling. Hello, Shadigan. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. I love that Bowser emote. It's so good. Bowser dancing. He dancing. Yeah, I got the he boogie, he dance. Do with mind readers the way Gundam Seed does. Have the Gundam be remotely piloted by someone else while the person is inside pictures is Beyonce naked. Ah yes, the classic, imagine them naked. That'll help ya. Not really. I am doing pretty good. Just talking about like stories and stuff, because I like storytelling. I like writing. I like writing, and it's a fun creative outlet. And also the whole freaking thing, like, you know, my, you know, essentially self-insert OC in that big old story. It's a big long story. It would take it a long time to tell. And it's like, it's a huge undertaking. So that's kind of why I don't really write big projects like that anymore. So yeah, it just takes a while, and I just don't have like the time to like sit down and like really write. Cause more of like last night, it was a little rough last night. I only really wrote like 3 very small paragraphs. Maybe like 10 sentences total in the span of like an hour and a half. So it was not great last night. But also just on a good day, I'll maybe like write half a chapter. Maybe in like a couple hours. And it's just like finding the time to write too. It's a big thing. Because it's like, I've got, you know, 2 kids I gotta take care of. So like my writing time is usually like on an evening where like my husband's out for work and is not gonna be home. And I'm just kind of off by myself. So it's usually the time I write, because it's like I can sit down and just focus on writing. So, and sometimes I don't get that kind of time very often. I used to like do it in the mornings when like Riley was like real little and she was supposed to like, you know, had a morning nap and Allie was at school. So for like an hour each morning, like from like since coming back from taking Allie to school, putting Riley down for a nap, and from like essentially 8 to 9, that would be the time to like get a little bit of writing done. So, but now it's a little bit more chaotic than that. So, my time spent writing is usually in the evenings now. So, but yeah, I got crazy life. And speaking of like crazy life, Riley has her picture day today for preschool. And I tried to do a thing for her hair. It didn't quite turn out the way I wanted to, because her hair was still pretty wet from her shower, because I put it in like a big old braid to maybe kind of get some like waves out of it, and it kind of worked. But I think her hair just didn't dry enough, because I don't own a hair dryer nor like a diffuser, because I know, you know, curly girls always have a diffuser. No, my hair usually air dries, and so does the kids. So I don't own a blow dryer. If I did, I probably could have dried her hair. But yeah. But I think her hair is fine. It's like the one time have her hair down for school. So hopefully her pictures turned out good. Hopefully. So yeah, Allie had her pictures Tuesday, and then Riley's got her pictures today. So, whew. Oof. So yeah, it's kind of life right now. So yeah, and like I don't want to like give away too much of like the current story, even though like I want to talk about it. But also like I don't want to like spoil the plot. Phone call with Burb. Call the Burb. Talk about bird calling. Anyway, those are all mini games. Those are all mini games. Wow, crazy. Well, it's Bowser Bash and Cash, so I hate this one. I also have a lot of money. Alright, let's do it. Oh, no! I lost it. I lost it for a second. I kind of have to, like, try to... How can they hit me when I'm in the air like that? Like, excuse... Oh, 15. So I hit 3 times. 15. Okay, that's fine. 15 is about, like, the minimum he'll take from you. Yay. It's fine. But yeah, I'll tell you the current story is like in a supernatural AU. It's not super combat heavy, but there is combat. Because I feel like if I'm gonna write like a supernatural AU, there's gotta be like fighting involved, right? Like it's not very combat heavy, but there is combat. Because I just wrote some combat scenes, actually. But I'm kind of excited. And I also mentioned a while back, it's like, do you ever just accidentally write Xenoblade? Do you ever just accidentally write Xenoblade? Because, I have. I have accidentally written Xenoblade. And it's one of those I didn't even realize until I was like halfway through like chapter 6 or something. I didn't even knock anyone over. Rude. Yay. So, yeah. Like I've written, lots of romance, because I started writing when I was a teenager, like 16-ish. And some of my earlier stuff was definitely like, yeah, this is a teenager wrote this. A very lonely teenager wrote this. To mention, I think yesterday, it was like, you know, growing up, like in high school, I always thought I was going to be like forever alone. So I just kind of like attached myself to the stories, which is why a lot of my characters are, you know, self-insert. Because I was a very lonely teenager. I remember we've read some of my older fics. When It Rains, it's one I reference all the time for the fish boxers. When It Rains, I wrote a sequel to When It Rains called Story of My Life. We read The Modest Dancer and Picture Imperfection. Modest Dancer and Picture Imperfections are some of my favorite ones. Because it's not... I think there's some moments where it kind of leans heavy into like the super tropey stuff. But just kind of, you know... It's actually pretty cute. And those were part of follower goals from way back, like the beginning. So yeah, if you see like the fish boxer emote, that's where it comes from. It comes from When It Rains. And I'll tell you, they're all Super Junior fan fiction. And When It Rains is one of those classic, like, love triangle things involving, Ye-sung and Dong-hae. No. Yay! A singular coin to my name. Cool. And there was a sequel, Story of My Life, and then The Modest Dancer was an Unhyuk story. And then Picture Imperfection was a Donghae story. So Donghae gets his story, because When It Rains, Ye-sung was the guy. But to kind of give the backstory on Fishboxers, Donghae had a nickname of like Fishy. So he had like, you know, an animal associated with him. So he was like Fishy. And also his name means like East Sea. So and so taking that name, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a hilarious moment. He's gonna be just in his underwear. So it's like, what kind of boxers is he gonna wear? Oh, the classic, have some like heart-shaped boxer. You know, like hearts on the boxers. Like that's like the classic like joke or whatever. But it's like, no, we're just gonna make him Fish because his nickname is Fishy. So that's how fish boxers happen. And I put the fish boxers in anything Donghae was in. And yeah, that kind of took off when I first read When It Rains on stream. They just got attached to the fish box. I'm like, that's got to be your first emote when you hit affiliate, and it was. So I had put fish boxer references in my stories, except for the last one that I wrote. I just forgot. I blanked.
Ready? Go!
I blanked pretty hardcore. But there wasn't really a good moment for it. Crowned by Chaos, it didn't have any fishboxer mention. Like, there wasn't really a good point. I did enjoy Crowned by Chaos with Yura and Sungmin. And so also, the crazy fact is I have written, am writing / have written all of Stray Kids. All Stray Kids. They've been the main characters of the fan fictions I've written for the follower goals. It's kind of crazy. What was the first one? It was Hyunjin. That's right. The first one, the one Hyunjin was a part of, the follower goal was, we hit the follower goal, and as a community, we would come up with like certain tropes and stuff to put in a fan fiction. I would write like a very short story for it. So, it was like 4 or 5 chapters long. It wasn't very long. It was just a really short, cute story, had all the stuff, and we decided on like D&D. And I have very minimal knowledge of D&D. I have very minimal knowledge of D&D. So, I took a crash course from the one place I knew I would get a lot of information, and that was TikTok. Where? It's past the 30, isn't it? Shit! Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I tried to find the trade stars. I should have just stuck with my guns and got a singular star. Oh well, it's fine. So yeah, it was like a D&D story, but like I didn't know D&D, so crash course on TikTok. And I thought it turned out okay. It was a simple like, friends to lovers type situation with Hyunjin and the OC. I just create characters now. Although there are like influences of my own personality into some of these OCs. So Hyunjin had his story first, then it was Han. He was in the wrestling AU story called Face Turn. And it's so funny. I feel like I have like innate psychic powers because The main character, the main girl, she is tall. She is associated with the color blue. And also associated with cats. And she is taller than Han, because I made her that way. I didn't make her that way. I just pulled from an old OC that I had. An old OC that I had. Created when I was a kid, essentially, and just kind of vamped her up a little bit. Her name is Christina. Again, associated with the color blue. Associated with cats, and she ended up being taller than her partner. It's like, what does that sound like? Sounds like one of my best friends, but she's on the phone with her burb. So, she can't even hear me talk about her. It's just crazy coincidence. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I have like weird innate psychic powers, because stuff like that keeps happening. Stuff like that keeps happening. But anyway, yeah, we had Chris. She was a wrestler. And found Han, and then, you know, story progress happened. And that one was really good. Then the next one, I think the next one was the Bride Operation. And that one, still a favorite to this day. The Bride Operation is probably one of my favorites, if not the favorite, that I have written. Hello, Null. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. So, the Bride Operation. So typically, like, yeah, I read a lot, fanfiction-wise, and I also, you know, I read a lot of fanfiction. There are specific, like, tropes AUs that I will avoid because it just feels all the same, or like it's just not done very well. So, but I'd found a lot of works that I enjoyed from this particular user on Tumblr, and they had written a mafia story with Bangchan as the main guy. And I took a chance on it. I ended up liking the story, but as I was reading it, that was when the idea sparked. Like, you know what? Let's do it. I had ideas circling in my head, and it's like, you know what? Let's do it. And the Bride Operation was born. So we did a Stray Kids Mafia. And it's one of my favorites. I had so much fun writing it, and I think you can tell I had fun writing it. And the best part, that the biggest giveaway of how you can tell I had fun writing it, is I wrote a sequel to it. And I couldn't come up with a better title for the sequel than Nursing Back to Health, because it's kind of the sequel. And Jongin gets his time to shine in that one. So, but it was fun to go back to that universe for a little bit. But yeah, I wrote the Bride Operation with Bangchan as the main guy. And then after the Bride Operation was the Dragon Tamer. The Dragon Tamer is a very close second. It's a very close second on my favorite, because I loved the AU I decided on. You can definitely tell it was influenced by, like, Final Fantasy 16, because my husband was playing that game at the time that I had the inspiration for it. Jiun was kind of based off of Jill, and also, like, Melia from Xenoblade. But, like, the whole story and, like, the message of that story is really good, and it's a soulmate superpower AU. I think I had, like, marketed it, quote-unquote, as a soulmate AU. So, and yeah, I just think it was pretty good. So, that one was a favorite. What was after the Dragon Tamer? The Dragon Tamer was Sunflower Kisses, I think. Yeah, the Dragon Tamer was a Lino story. Then Sunflower Kisses was a Changbean story. And I think I tried writing in a different AU. I think I tried to go back like to the wrestling AU and it just wasn't really clicking. So it was one I just scrapped entirely and just kind of wrote stuff. I just kind of wrote stuff, and what happened to come out as I was writing Sunflower Kisses was essentially the love story between me and my husband. Just kind of written out, little different, but like the kind of the basic foundation of that is the same. So it just kind of happened, and it worked out in a way that we read it on Valentine's Day, I think. I think we read it on Valentine's Day. So there was that one, and then After Sunflower Kisses was the sequel to The Bride Operation. And then after that one was Crowned by Chaos, which was a Seungmin story, which we read earlier this year. And now, by process of elimination, that's 7 stories. And one Felix is missing from this main cast of character roster. So, I will tell you now, the male main lead is Felix in this new story I am writing. Ah! I got blah, 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 blah. You can read? Lucky. I know, crazy, right? I'm a streamer and I can read? Insanity. Unheard of. But yeah, that's kind of the history of my stories, and we got you know, Felix in the works for his story. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it, and it's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to it, to reading it, because it's one of those, it's like, sometimes I like psych myself out because I'm like, yeah, I'm writing it, it's good writing, I love what I'm doing. No! It's like, I love what I'm doing, and it's like, I'm gonna read it, but then it's like, what if people don't like it? What if people don't like it? I get in my head sometimes about it, but also it's like, it's my stream. I don't care. I'm going to read. I'm gonna do what I want to do on my stream. So, because sometimes I get like that. It's like, man, because like statistically, the fanfiction reading streams like don't do like quite as well as some other streams. But that's just kind of thinking like just pure numbers and just, and like they don't happen super often. But it's one of those, it's like, I'm just gonna do it because, again, my stream, I can do what I want. And also, I've worked hard on this, why would I not share it? And that's with all of my fanfiction. And it's like, yeah, it's a goal, but also it's like, it gives me, I feel like it kind of gives me a reason to be, you know, to let loose my creativity, you know, to like show sides of myself, you know, that probably wouldn't get shown very often. So, that's kind of probably how I look at it. Yeah. Alright, No! Shit. Come on. No, why is everyone... Ugh! Everyone's crowded. Ugh! I'm losing money because everything's so crowded. I'm trying. Okay. Wario, excuse me! I had him! Excuse me, turn around. No! I jumped! No! Ugh! Finish. Well, I got a profit, so... 4 coin profit. Cool. Love that. Yeah. What turn are we on? 30! Nice. I think that helps me. I am still poisoned. Yes. Thank you, Luigi. So, yeah. So, your hints for, the next fanfiction, I think the closer I'll get, I might drop more, like, maybe what the stream title is, or stream title, the title of the story is, maybe. Because I haven't said that. I think I maybe told only one person. I think I told only one person what the title of the story is. So we got superpower, not a lot of combat, but a little bit of combat. It's got Felix in it. Felix is the main guy. And I accidentally wrote Xenoblade. There's your hints for what the story is going to be like. So, yeah. Wee. My mind went blank for like 5 seconds. Ugh. Yeah, just kind of thinking, you know, because my question of the day was like, say something positive. Something positive. Because, like, you know, we definitely need a lot of positivity right now. So, and I just talked about things that I like, which is writing and creating stories. So, and like, being creative isn't just like, oh, art, drawing, painting, whatever. Like, creativity can be like a lot of other different things too. It can also be, you know, writing, creative writing, you know, like writing novels and stuff. So, and I love any chance I get to show off my creativity in a way. Okay. Hello, Dustin. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. So, and even like, you know, streaming is a good, like, you know, essentially escape from reality in a way, even though sometimes I do get a little too deep and too real. Yeah, bonus at work today? Let's go! Let's go! Awesome. Yes, please. But yeah, like any chance just to kind of escape the real world for a little bit. And again, yeah, sometimes I get real, but a lot of it's like I talk about like my personal experiences with things. And, you know, I'm sure someone somewhere, you know, would appreciate it and or could relate to some of the things that I've experienced. But like all in all, I try to be, you know, positive and help provide escapes. So I brought up the bonus for the class here. Yeah, share with the class. Alright, time to... Ah! Oh, no. No! No, jump! Ah! No! It's what, 2? 3, maybe? Well, there goes that. I mean, 18's my lucky number. It's my favorite number, because I was born on the 18th. Even though I've only had, like, one jersey number that was 18, and that was, like, 7th grade volleyball. And, yeah, it was, like, 7th grade volleyball, and that was the one where, I had a coach disqualify me from, the league tournament because I had a quote-unquote bad attitude in class. And all I was doing is being quiet. probably say, yeah, like 18 is my favorite number, but a close second favorite number would probably be 20. And that is because, 20 was my jersey number in high school softball. All right, let's do this. Hello, excuse me. Give me money. Give me money. I'll take all of it. Give me money. I'll take some more. Give me money. I will be floored with all of this money here in my pocket. Give me money. All day long, give me money. While I'm singing my song, give me money. It is not wrong to have all this money in my pocket. I finished my song. The Give Me Money jingle and the Red is the Color of Blood, those are two of the songs that I just came up with on the fly that I remember the most. Because I make clips of those moments and posted them to TikTok. So I'm sure if you kind of scroll down, and also in my clips, the Money song, I think, and then Red is the Color of Blood is so funny. It's so funny. I remember being Mario Party 1, and it was Mushroom Mix-Up, and oh, it was so funny. It was so funny. Speaking of Mushroom Mix-Up, I think maybe after this minigame we can take a break because I do need to pee. I do need to go to the bathroom. And my hip is also hurting a little bit. Oh, it's blue. Blue is the color of my eyes. Kind of. Yellow is the color of Wario's hat right here. It's not a good song. It's not a good spiritual successor. There's Red. It's color of blood. Did you know that? Did you know Red is color of blood? Did you know that? Did you know that? Blue! Dun, 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 dun. Pink! What's, no! Excuse me. Why'd we launch? Pink is the color of, I mean, it's associated with love, right? I own nothing pink. Pink is like my least favorite color. Because I was one of those tomboys who like hated pink growing up. I only ever wore pink when it was for like the breast cancer awareness stuff. Because we had some pink dance uniforms, or like any like, you know, breast cancer awareness for, you know, the pink out stuff. Like any pink shirt I have owned has been like, hey, it's breast cancer awareness. But like I was one of those who just don't really like pink, and I still don't. But I don't like absolutely hate it. It's just not a color for me. It's not my color. You avoided the pink tax? Crazy. I still have to pay the pink tax though. Just because I don't like pink doesn't mean I avoid the pink tax. If only, right? But no, I'm a woman. I have to pay the pink tax. Stupid. That's why I don't like most women things, because it's too expensive for no reason. Crazy Puff cheesesteak? No, I have not. I have not heard of that. We're gonna take our breaks and I need to pee. No, down with the pink tax. So we're gonna take our break. We're going to get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. Right, here we are back. Gonna pretend like I wasn't literally just singing Eye of the Tiger because I can. Because I sat down and as I was getting my headphones on, I was just singing Eye of the Tiger. I couldn't tell you why. But, I just started doing it. You know. That's who I am. It is who I am. Limited time food at Caesar? Ooh. Alright. I haven't had Little Caesars in a long time. And it's not that I don't like Caesar's pizza. I do like Little Caesar's pizza. I just don't have one near me. And also, where I went to college, there was a Little Caesars, like, within walking distance on campus. So it was, like, usually the pizza of choice when, people ordered pizza, because it was, you know, real cheap. I have ordered Pizza Hut before at college because they'll just bring it, like, to, like, the entryway of the dorms. Or, like, the part of the dorms I was at. So you just had to go out and meet them there. They won't bring it, like, right to the door. But you just go out and meet them and everything's fine. But I also remember hanging out with my husband, who was my friend at the time, and another mutual friend of ours. It was, like, spring break. And we were hanging out, and we ate pizza and played Mario Party. It was a fun time. Buy the food for to make the recipe. Nice. We got lawn mowing guys here, so there might be some noise here and there. No! Why do they hit me? Luigi, no. No. Ow. Dun 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 dun. A lot of the times I'm either just like singing randomly and just like dancing randomly, and that's usually my day-to-day. You know, I'm just like singing whatever is in my mind. And again, I couldn't tell you why Eye of the Tiger popped into my head at that exact moment, but it did. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the cream of the fight, rising up to the challenge of my rivals. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching your soul in the eye of a tiger. Oh, I am so silly. We need more silliness in the world. But no, silliness gets condemned. I hate it. Bring back silliness. Probably why I love Banjo-Tooie so much, because it leaned into the silly.
Ready?
Oh shit. I know the trick for this. And then from right here, we can hold it. Yeah, because I learned speedrunning tactics. So from about, like, right here to the starting line, we can... And we just hold it right here, and then bada bang, bada boom, we won. And yeah, tomorrow is the Nintendo Direct. I have heard that it's supposed to be, like, the longest Direct ever. Or it's like on par in length with the Switch 2 reveal, and that was like over an hour long, I think. So I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the Mario Bros 40th anniversary, because that's a big deal. 40 years of Mario, crazy. And again, also the Switch 2 launched this year, so I'm sure there's going to be more updates on some of the things that they announced, some new stuff coming out, so I am looking forward to it. So, and Yeah, I was like, what am I doing tomorrow on stream? I'm playing Mario Strikers, that's right. I want to do the Bowser Cup. I wanted to do the Bowser Cup on stream. Also, last night, after stream, I popped into Soul Calibur 2, because it's available on the online, and, because I'd never played it before. And, I will tell you, because, like, fighting games in that era were kind of my jam in a way, because I loved Tekken. Like, I mean, I played Mortal Kombat when I was a child, even though I probably shouldn't have played it as a child, but I played it as a child. I did play Tekken 4 and 5 quite a bit, because my cousin had Tekken 4, and there were a few times when we were, ow, my ankle! When we were over at his house, we would play a little bit of Tekken 4. And then when we had acquired a PS2, wow, why are we going up like that? I'm holding right. That's my problem with modern joysticks. There's no, like, notches of any of the 8 directionals, so I don't know intuitively if I'm going up, down, left, or right. That's my problem. I don't know intuitively if I'm going up, down, left, or right, because I can't feel it go into a notch. So sometimes I feel like I'm going straight up, but it's like slightly veered one direction. One direction. But yeah, I popped into Soul Calibur the other day, because, like, yeah, when we got a PS2, we picked up Tekken 4, and then I think I got Tekken 5 for my sister for Christmas, I think, and then we played it a little bit together, and I haven't played a new Tekken game since then. That's why I really want Tekken 8. I really want it. And a lot of it is because, for one, I haven't played a new Tekken game in a while, and for two, I heard it's really good. I have heard Tekken 8 is really, really good. I'm gonna be the target for star stealing no matter what I do. So, yeah, so I was a big fan of, like, Tekken and Mortal Kombat. I never played Street Fighter, though. Didn't really play Street Fighter. So I popped into Soul Calibur 2, and I'd seen clips of it here and there when I was younger in, like, compilation videos, I think. So I know of the Soul Calibur series. I just never, like, experienced it, never played it. So I played it a little bit. I just kind of picked a character and went along, because I know everyone's like, oh, you can just button mash and everything will be fine. But, like, sometimes I feel like fighting games like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter, Soul Calibur even, like, it's learned by doing. Like, those, like, quote-unquote, like, traditional fighting games, those are learned by doing. I don't think you can, like, watch a playthrough and retain any gameplay knowledge. You have to learn by doing. So I popped into Soul Calibur 2. I did not play as Link at all, even though you can play as Link in Soul Calibur 2. Go away, Wario. Because I didn't want to be like, oh, that kid, you know? But it is really cool how Link is a playable character in Soul Calibur 2. Lawnmower guy is, like, right at my door, so that's gonna be fun. So I picked, oh, what's his name? Yunsung? Because I'm like, oh, that's a Korean name. He looks like a Taekwondo person. He also had red hair, so I'm like, oh, he's just Hwadong from Tekken. He's Hwadong at home. Hwadong with the sword. And it's so funny looking back on it now, because I mentioned earlier that I have, like, this weird innate psychic power, as explained by an OC I created when I was a child that's blue and is associated with cats, and it's tall. It's tall. She is tall. Yeah, she's blue, she's tall, and she's associated with cats. I created that when I was a child. And now a person like that is one of my best friends. But I think playing Tekken and Hwadong was one of my go-to characters for Tekken. I think that started... Oh, that kind of was like maybe a little like the seed planted for my, you know, love for like K-pop later on in life, because I played Tekken 4 long before I even got into K-pop. Long before. So it was a really weird experience. So, lawn mowing! Isn't it fantastic? Isn't that great? I love it when they mow the lawn right by the door. To where I can't hear myself think. Welcome back, Blue. Wanna play Peek once you're back from picking up the kids? I should be able to. I may have to like get up and do some stuff here and there. Because like Riley doesn't have a consistent time of when she eats after she gets home. It's just kind of like whatever she wants. Sometimes it's potatoes, sometimes it's mac and cheese. So, but there might be a couple times where I'll have to get up and do something. But, yeah, I should be down to play Peek later. Fiona said I came back and you're talking about me. Yeah. Yeah. Because I even complained that you were on the phone with your bird when I was talking about you. Because, yeah, because I was talking about, like, all my fan fictions, and the one with the wrestling AU, the main girl, she's tall. She's, like, taller than, you know, the guy she ends up with. And, she's tall, she's associated with the color blue, and she's associated with cats. So, I'm like, huh, and this is a character I created when I was a kid, and I kind of brought her back to life. So yeah, I have like these weird psychic powers. Weird psychic powers. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, Hwoarang and Christy were like my two characters that I enjoyed playing as in Tekken. So when I saw Yunsung in Soul Calibur 2, I'm like, this is just Hwoarang with a sword. Hwoarang at home. It's like, oh yeah, we have Hwoarang at home. Here's Hwoarang at home. It's Yunsung. I did okay playing as him. I kind of got the hang of some of the moves. Very Taekwondo-like. But, oh, what's her name? Like Taki or something? Then I selected her, and I did a little bit better with her. I actually, like, won the arcade mode with her. But I don't like that all red outfit that she's got, and her render, dear God. Dear fucking God, her render is insane. Like, tell me why they felt the need to make sure you can see her fucking nipples through her shirt. Like, tell me why that is necessary. Like, excuse me? Like, what the hell? Oh, I was looking at that. I'm like, oh dear God. Oh dear God. I mean, but that was games back in the day. So, yep. Yep. So, that was a fun experience. But she was fun to play. I picked the different costume. I picked like the second costume. The kind of white armor, like not the full red bodysuit. But like she was, I kind of got the hang of her a little bit. Okay, I need to go down. I didn't even look. But yeah, so I played a little bit of Soul Calibur 2. And then I did like the weapon mode thingy, which is probably more like the story mode. I unlocked a couple characters. And then I'm stuck in a spot. So and I'm like, nah, it's fine. So then after playing Soul Calibur 2, I popped back into Mario Kart World. And I got all of the possible costumes unlocked. And I did a couple of the knockout tournaments. Or the knockout tours. Those are so chaotic. Those are insane. I think I placed third place in in the 2 or 3 that I did. But yeah, those are crazy. And I hopped online with like randos, and these randos got so aggressive. And it's like, I'm sitting in like the bottom half, like 17th place, and I got people like ramming into the side of me. It's like, dude, what are we even doing here? Like, this is why I don't play with randos. You guys are mean. You guys are so mean. So, and also something about the items were like extremely chaotic. I don't know if there was like a setting or something that, or what, I don't know. But like, man, it was more chaotic than normal. And pop. Finish. So, but yeah, I popped into Mario Kart World, unlocked a few vehicles. I still need to find Peach medallions in the overworld because to unlock mirror mode, you need a certain number of P-switch challenges, a certain number of question mark panels hit, and a certain number of Peach medallions collected. And you needed to complete all of the cups, all of everything, and then you unlock mirror mode. So I'm working towards that a little bit, because I've done all the cups, because that's how you unlock Special Cup and Rainbow Road. So that's kind of what I'm working towards right now, and trying to figure out setups that work pretty good for me. And I say setups more or less like just character and cart combinations. The Bitty Buggy I've grown attached to. It feels the most comfortable for me, but there's other vehicles that feel comfortable. But I also just like Lil Dumpy because it's just so funny. Lil Dumpy. It is the goat. Ow. My toenail stabbed me. And it's not supposed to because I cut him short. I must have missed a spot. There we go. So yeah. So we have a Switch 2. That's how I've been playing Mario Strikers. I also had more fun with Mario Strikers than I thought I was going to. It still feels like chaotic in a way, but not quite as chaotic as Strikers Charged. And also, like, Strikers Charged gets difficult at times. Because I have yet to unlock everything in Strikers Charged. I have yet to do that because it's just so difficult. I cannot beat that final tournament. I just can't. So maybe one day I'll boot up the game and play it on stream just for like nostalgia's sake. I don't know. My favorite map from Strikers Charged is like Thunder Island. And that's the one where there's like no side. No sides. You can knock people off. The wind can knock people off. There's a cow. That one is one of my favorite maps. The Crystal Canyon is awful. It's awful in like a difficult way, not like a awful as like this sucks way. Because at the beginning, when you have the ball and you're gonna pass it, there's a crystal that like shoots lasers, and it like removes players for like that for the time being. Ready? Go. All right, green team, let's go. Wee. So yeah. Dun 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 dun. And it's like, kind of like playing a fighting game, you know, like Soul Calibur 2. Like, I'm like, you know what? I missed it. I missed it in a way. So maybe one day I can acquire Tekken 8 and actually like get to play it. One of these days. One of these days, I'll get to do that. But yeah, I haven't played a new Tekken game since like 5. I've seen gameplay of Tekken 7. I think it's 7. Cause that was on the Wii U and they did like a little like Mario bundle with it, and some of the characters had like different Mario costumes, and Panda was in a Peach dress. It's so funny. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I'd love to play more like traditional fighting games. And it's one of those, yeah, I get a little mash happy, but it's like, it's not like, oh, I just mash buttons and that's how I roll. No, I actually like learn combos that way. Sometimes I do like a fancy move and it's like, what did I just do? What buttons did I hit? And I try to replicate it. So it's a lot of like, again, like I said, like it's learned by doing. A lot of like fighting games are learned by doing. Because like, yeah, I'm a visual learner. And it's like, I can see all this, you know, all the cool stuff people do in fighting games, but it's like, you won't know how to do it unless you actually do it. So it's like, I can, you know, watch videos of like other games and have an idea of what to do, but like when it comes to fighting games, it almost gets thrown out the window in a way where it's like, I need to learn these combos myself. So I haven't really touched any other characters yet. I will tell you, Ivy is fucking hard to fight. I hate her. I knew of Ivy in Soul Calibur 2. I knew of her. Because I'd seen her before in like other videos. But man, first time I fought her, oh, I about rage quit. I about rage quit, because it's like, what do you mean you have a ranged weapon? Like, dude. Like, what do you mean? And also, she seems like she'd be like, she's the good one. She seems like she's like the quote-unquote like good character. But I usually don't use those quote-unquote good characters out of spite, so I'm very spiteful. So I purposefully avoid characters like that. And it's not necessarily because it's like I don't, you know, it's like, oh, you don't use them because they're too good. It's like, no, I don't use them because I'm probably bad at them. That's why I never played as Meta Knight in Brawl. That's why I sucked, because I couldn't play as him because I couldn't do it. It didn't match my playstyle, even though he was like the top tier character. Because usually what fits my playstyle is like kind of like the mid-tier characters in these games. That's usually what tends to fit my playstyle. Even like with carts. Again, like with Mario Kart 8 especially, because we got the game because we got a credit card after refinancing our pickup payment. And we used the money that we got, our, you know, that was refunded to us. We used that as a form of buying Mario Kart 8. So we bought Mario Kart 8, and around that time, I was kind of playing around with the game, just getting used to it, and finding builds I like, trying to unlock stuff. And I had found, because Riley was watching at the time, and she really loved Baby Ouija at the time. So I picked Baby Ouija, and then I picked the teddy bear bike and the Azure Rollers and Cloud Glider. And I'm like, this is it. I feel so comfortable with this, because it was, you know, Baby Ouija and that. But then the teddy bear, the rollers, and the Cloud Glider became the meta build with a different character attached to it, with like King Boo, Rosalina, or Link. One of those three. That became the meta build after an update, and I hated it so much, I didn't even bother with that build anymore, even with Baby Ouija. And it broke my heart, because I loved doing that. I loved playing as Baby Ouija. So later on, that's how the Vibes build started, and it's essentially Bowser in a cat car. It's essentially Bowser in a cat car. Okay. We're good. Because pretty much I never really followed what the meta build is for like literally anything. Because it's not my style. But like usually I just do things that I enjoy and find funny. And I found it absolutely hilarious that big old Bowser would drive a cute little cat car. I just thought it was so funny, and I got good with it, and there were some community days that I was part of with Mario Kart 8, and I won like a couple Grand Prix with the Vibes build, with Bowser in the cat car. And it was so funny and crazy. So, I too want to drive a cute little cat car. Yeah, so anytime, if I do ever go back to like Mario Kart 8, that's what I will go to. I will go to Bowser in a cat car. I mean, there's some like other builds that I enjoyed using. Yup. Ta-da. Because like I've done like Peach in the Master Cycle, or like Master Cycle Zero, the bike. I've done Daisy in that same bike too. I have never changed my rollers and glider. Never. I usually kept the Azure rollers and the Cloud glider. Those are usually the wheels and glider I kept. Because like I hated changing literally everything. I just changed the body. And it's enough for me. So I am very glad they got rid of the individual parts build for the vehicles. It's just the vehicle. And I love that so much. I love that it's just the vehicle now. So yeah, so I'm just kind of like experimenting with stuff for the Mario Kart world. So, but yeah, like those couple of online races that I did, those people were just so aggressive for no reason. Again, like I'd be chilling in like the back half of the race, like 17th out of like 20, and I'm having people ram into me on purpose to get ahead of me. It's like, excuse me? Like, I don't purposefully ram into people. Like, I know it's competitive and it's a way to get ahead, but it's like, dude, that just feels so, it just feels so rude, honestly. So yeah, a lot of the time, if there's like customization, I just do things that make me laugh. Case in point, the Bicep Brigade. That is exhibit number 1 of things that I do things in games that just make me laugh. Bicep Brigade is definitely exhibit number 1. Because it's fun. It's fun, it gives me life, and it's my playthrough. I can do what I want. So, and also, I've done the beach day several times, and Doug has heart glasses, which gave me so much life in those last cutscenes in chapter 12. Oh, it was so funny. Oh, it was so funny. It's like, dude, I can't take you serious. I can't take you serious with the heart glasses. And also, for some reason, the cutscene got out of sync for me with the visuals and the audio. It was out of sync for me. And I'm like, this is actually hilarious. This is so funny. I should have counted. Where? Oh, DK's right there too. I need the shawty had them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. Damn. Doug hype. Yeah, we hype Doug. He is the hype man. So yeah, my squad is... I mean, my current squad is Mia, HB, and Doug. Mia keeps dying, but I put in a lot of effort to get her. So I'm gonna use her. It's a lot of freaking effort to get her. But, yeah, I think for the most part, we're just gonna be kind of chilling, doing some affinity missions, and kind of on the back burner work towards, getting particular items and stuff for the Ares 90. Ooh. Because, I mean, the Ares 90 is busted. It is busted, and I want to try and get them. And I know there's a trick to get material tickets to buy all your stuff from, like, the online market, and I have some of them, but I ran out of tickets, and I don't remember the exact trick, and I don't want to, like, watch any other YouTube videos on my phone right now. That's probably the biggest reason why VODs are behind, because I get the thumbnails from the VODs on my phone, and I do everything on my phone. But I've been watching the all-characters speedrun of Diddy Kong Racing. I'm almost done with it, though, because they're on the last character, and it's Crunch. And apparently from the comments, they're saying, man, that Crunch run was legendary. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm looking forward to it. So, I'm almost done with it. Whee! Ta-da! Yeah, so I desperately need to catch up on VODs again. So I do so good, and then I get so far behind. And then I catch up, and then I do good, and then I get far behind again. So I should have went the other way. How was I supposed to know? So yeah, I'm terrible about that. So I apologize. Like, the last thing that is uploaded on my YouTube is blah. The Beach Day. Beach Day from Xenoblade X. Yeah, I think that's the last thing to go live, so... Take a quick power nap. Live by 3:45. Awesome. I will more than likely be done by then. Because Mario Party 1 boards go pretty quickly. Turn me on. 45. So next turn's gonna be the last 5 turns. So we're probably gonna be done by then. But I should still be around for peak later. So I'm gonna land on happening. Nah. Yeah, Mario Party 1 boards go pretty quickly. Even big boards like this one, they're going by pretty quickly. And also I think another factor too is, I am -1 Riley. So I'm just chilling by myself without a toddler to keep me company. Is she even a toddler anymore? She's a school child. Because I think like the 4 and 5-year-old range is kind of when they exit the toddler stage and they're just a kid. So yeah, it's just real crazy. And like, it's so insane that kids change so much in like the first 5 years of life. It's insane. And I say like 5 because like, I think most baby books go up to like 5 years old. And I'm here to tell you that Riley does not have a baby book, and Allie does. It's just, there's barely anything in her baby book. And I was never really one to really enjoy it because I was gifted a baby book, but it was like super pink and cute. And I'm like, if I were to get a baby book, I'd probably want something that kind of fits my style more and not like a generic you know, it's a girl baby book. You know? Because, I mean, it was also at a time, like, you know, me and my husband had only been dating for a few months before we ended up pregnant with our oldest, but... And so it's like his family, I really don't think his family knew me very well at the time. So, and I think they were the ones that gifted me the baby book. But, like, they were like, oh, it's a girl, so we'll get you girl stuff. And it's like, I don't like the pink frilly stuff. I don't. I'm sorry. Alright, Hobie Superstar, Luigi. I mean, it's his engine room. Alright, standard last 5 turns. Procedures, all red and blue spaces are double and fast by Koopa Troopa, you get 20 coins instead of 10. Boom shakalaka, there we go. So, yeah. So it's like, really, like, I know you're supposed to have a baby book and fill out the baby book and all that, but it's like, a few things with it. Most people, they will fill out every little corner of their oldest, right? Because it's the first kid. You're gonna do everything. And then the more kids you have, the less time and motivated you are to fill it out. So I don't even know if I even have a baby book. Like, if my mom had a baby book of me. And if she did, it was probably barely filled out. And also, stuff like that kind of shows with, like, pictures, too. Because I've looked through a lot of old family photos, a lot of pictures that were taken back in the day, lots of old Polaroids. But there's hardly any pictures of me. And it's one of those, you know, perspective things, because I'm the youngest, and you think, oh, the baby of the family is so spoiled. It's like, okay. I don't have any baby pictures. Like, I have a handful of pictures when I was younger and a child, but, like, hardly any compared to my siblings. Again, there's plenty of pictures of my brothers. There's a good handful of pictures of my sister, but there's hardly any of me. So, but on my phone, if you kind of look at more recent stuff, you'd probably think, oh, you only take pictures of Riley. I do have a bunch of Riley pictures on my phone. But I also have a bunch of Allie pictures when she was really young, too. So, because a lot of the time, I try to catch candid pictures of my kids, and a lot of the time, Allie will spot the camera. She will spot the camera and, like, pose for it. I'm like, no, don't pose! I want candid pictures! Just go back to doing what you're doing! Yeah, just go back to doing what you're doing, kid! Because candid photos are my favorite. And just capturing moments of the kiddos brings me a lot of joy. Because when they're just, you know, existing, being kids, you know, again, just being kids, the innocence of the world, they're fun moments to want to protect, you know? Anyway, before I dive into madness, but yeah, I want to try and, like, capture, you know, candid pictures of my kids, but, like, Allie always spots the camera. She always spots the camera, and it's like, no, kid, stop it. And, like, I have a hard time getting Riley to be still for pictures. So hopefully, I am hoping her pictures turned out good. Not just the fact that Riley's got a big old bruise under her eye. Because it was an accident one morning. It was, like, very early Monday morning. It was an accident, and Riley got, like, bumped on the cheekbone, and it left a pretty good bruise. Like, it's starting to heal now, but it's like, it's picture day. It's picture day, so hopefully they turn out okay. And I also hope Allie's pictures turned out okay, because yeah, last year's was, something happened with her. She usually is very photogenic, and she usually has a really good smile. Last year was 4th grade. The year before that was 3rd grade. The year before that, she had one of her front teeth missing. And then last year, she didn't smile near as, like, big as the others, and it was, like, a whole, like, talking point with her. It's like, hey, you know, it's a school picture. Smile, smile big, smile pretty. You know, like, don't be, like, nervous, because she looks really nervous and scared for, like, no reason, because she loves taking pictures. She's always been photogenic. So, because I hyped her up Tuesday morning, you know, so hopefully it translates well, because how they do it here now with the local photographer, they'll send out proofs to the email that, you know, you have in the school system. They'll send out the proofs for the pictures through that, and you can go in and edit them as you please and order from there with, like, the backgrounds that you want and everything. Oh. Finish. So, and I kind of like it that way, because I feel like you get your pictures back quicker that way. At least you get to see the picture quicker, you know, and then you get to order it, and then it'll get, you know, sent out to the kids and all that. So, or does it get mailed? I don't remember. It's been a year. It's been an entire year since I've gone through school pictures. So yeah, I am hoping, and it probably wouldn't be too long before we got the proofs for the pictures, because they started school pictures like 2 weeks ago. Because, let's see, because they did them on separate days. The middle school was Wednesday, August 27th, so like 2 weeks ago. High school was the next day, 2 weeks ago. Riley's elementary school did them Friday the 5th, so last Friday. And Allie's elementary school did them on Tuesday the 9th, so a couple days ago. But preschool specifically has it today, because there's no preschool on Fridays. So, yeah, there's no preschool on Fridays. So they had to do a separate day for, a separate day for preschool, and that was today. So, that one. So, school pictures have just been kind of all over the place these last couple of weeks. So I would imagine that it probably won't be too long before we get the proofs for school pictures. So, and I just hope they turn out well. I can only hope. Hello, Pesky! Hello! Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Gamer Queen? Ah, shucks. I'm just talking about school pictures. Yeah, one of my favorite pictures of Allie is her preschool spring pictures. And a lot of it is the picture is so beautiful, and to the story behind it in a way. So I mentioned this on Tuesday, I think, so kind of TLDR. My oldest was in preschool right when COVID hit. Get away. Oh, come on, Luigi. So yeah, my oldest was in preschool when COVID hit, and their spring pictures were taken February 2020. So a month later, before we even got the pictures back, kids went on spring break and never returned because lockdown started. So that was cool. But then like a month later, they're like, hey, we have spring pictures in. They post like on social media or like emailed or something. It's like, hey, give the school a call, let them know like I'm going to pick up, you know, this kid's spring pictures. And they're like, great, let us know what time so we can bring them out to you. And that's what I did one day. I went and picked up Allie's spring pictures and came home, looked at them, turned out great, and then not even like 10-15 minutes later, I got a phone call saying my dad died. So so that was cool. Where stars up there. So yeah, like when I got back from you know, getting Allie's pictures, I even like thought to myself, man, my dad would love these pictures. And I was even wearing a shirt that he had gifted me that day. So I think a lot of signs were pointing to, hey, think about your dad today. So yeah, that was fun. Fun time. But yeah, so there's a big old story with the picture. And also the picture turned out so beautiful. It's like one of her best pictures, honestly. And she takes very good pictures. So like you have the oldest who will sit still for pictures, smile, pose, loves the camera, and then you have Riley. And then you have Riley. You can't get her to sit still to save her life. Like if she was tasked to sit still or die, she would die. Because she cannot sit still. I mean, one of my favorite pictures of Riley is like so motion blurred. It's so motion blurred, it's so funny. Cause she's in like a little dinosaur hoodie and she's got like her arms out, like she's like waving them around, but then it's all motion blurred cause she just will not be still. And it just looks so funny to me. I just got home from work, exhausted and crazy that my coworker helped me. Oh no! And school pictures, I don't want to remember them. I was like constipated. I didn't know how to smile well. Yeah, Dino Riley. Yeah, she was like not quite a year yet, I don't think. Red space, blue space, or blue space. This is the last turn. It gives me the red space. Of course it does. Why can't I have like one more turn? Oh well. Wait, I don't think she was quite a year yet, but it was so funny. It was so funny. But yeah, I did pretty good school picture. I think starting in like 4th grade, I was about 10. I started getting very like self-conscious of like my smile. Because I always had like comments about like my teeth from my siblings. And it just kind of carried on into adulthood, and I am very self-conscious about my teeth. So I try not to mention anything about it, so I've got insecurities too. And it's also like I am like very insecure and self-conscious about my teeth, but I'm also absolutely terrified of the dentist because I've had awful experience. I've had good experiences, but the dentists that I have had good experiences with, they're retired. They are retired, so it's like I can't. Whee! So, but yeah, also experiences with dentists. I remember I have 1 out of my 4 wisdom teeth still in my mouth. I have had 3 removed. My bottom 2 got removed the day before my high school graduation. My dad was the one that scheduled the appointment, and my mom was pissed at him. Also, my coins are nice. Love that. I'm reminded of those terrible pictures. Want me to show you one on Discord DM? I mean, if you want to. Achoo, nice. Whoa! Whoa, nice. It's only been what? 2 hours? It's only really been 2.5 hours. Yeah, Mario Kart 1 boards go so fast. They go so fast. But yeah, I do have my school pictures up to 5th grade, I think. And then my 6th grade one didn't really get framed. I also didn't really like it because my hair was stupid. My hair was very stupid. And then I don't remember 7th grade. No, I do kind of remember 7th grade. I was still kind of dorky, I guess. I also don't remember my 8th grade picture. Freshman year, my hair looked very dark my freshman year, and I had like the short, big curly hair. Oh no, Luigi! And then sophomore year, I remember wearing a Yoshi shirt. I don't remember junior year at all because by my sophomore year, my parents never bothered with buying school pictures. So, again, perks of being the youngest child. Wow, Wario earned 79 coins in 50 turns. That's crazy. It's not even 2 coins per turn. Insane. 150. 34 blue spaces. Dang, they both landed on 6. Luigi had the most chance times. I had the most Bowsers, because of course I did, and in one-player games. What were the one-player games I played? Teetering Towers, Slot Machine, and the Ground Pound one. Yeah, with the butterflies and the stumps. Yeah. Yeah. Double. We doubled the nice. We won 69 coins. So yeah, and then my senior pictures happened, and I would honestly love to get my senior pictures redone because my parents were cheap asses, and they knew people. My cousin's wife at the time, they're divorced now. My cousin's wife at the time did some photography, and she had done my sister's senior pictures. They're like, yeah, let's do it again for Tessa's. And there were some moments where I'm like, I don't feel it. I'm not really feeling it. So I would have loved to get them redone. There's some pictures that turned out pretty good. But there were some where I'm like, why am I, and like every single photo I'm smiling, and it's like, I don't want to smile all the time. I want to be, I want to have like the face. Sent? Okay. I'll take a look at it. Since we have a we're in downtime right now. Yeah, I can see what you mean. I can see what you mean. I can definitely see what you mean by the looking constipated. It's kind of, I think from like 5th grade onward, I had like this very like tight-lipped smile. Where I was like, I'm smiling, but I didn't really want to smile, I think. So I can understand, like, looking back, it's like... But, yeah, I'm kind of glad my kids have good smiles for pictures. Riley's is so adorable. I just hope it translates well for school pictures. Because it's like, I want to get Riley's school pictures and find Riley or Allie's preschool pictures and like do like a side-by-side comparison because they look so much alike. Like, Allie's preschool teacher is still there teaching preschool, but she's not Riley's teacher at all. But like, she sees her and it's like, oh my gosh, they look so much alike. And it's like, anytime any teacher that has had Allie or has seen her and they see Riley, they immediately know they're sisters. And it's like, they're not like carbon copies, but they look just enough alike that you know they're siblings. So, it's 3 o'clock. I mean, we can do a 10-turn minigame board to kind of pad out the clock, because Blue said she was gonna go live at 3:45, but it's like, I'm usually done by then. Especially with Mario Party. I also don't know what I'm gonna do after Mario Party 1, because I've just been kind of running through Mario Party 1. So I don't know what to do. No handicap. 10. Just a quick little 10 turn, because it doesn't take very long. Yeah. Yeah, and also with Riley having the bruise under her eye, I worry. Because, like, I don't have the makeup products or the makeup skills to cover up a bruise. I don't. So I'm like, well, we're just gonna have to deal with it. But I think I think on Tuesday, I caught some moments where Riley's hair was down, and like the way it kind of waved around, it covered that bruise. But again, I don't know. And also, Riley just like perpetually has like dark circles under her eyes because she gets up stupid early in the morning. And is just ready to go. Several like 4:30 a.m. wake-ups from her. Anyway. What if Riley looks at the camera and gives the middle finger as a... She would, though. She would. That's the thing. She absolutely would. 100%. That is very Riley coded. What side? Okay. Wee. Oh, hello. Because when Riley was a baby, there have been times where I've seen that middle finger poke up. And I feel like at one of her doctor's appointments, she like lifted her hand and that middle finger was up. And she wasn't a big fan of the doctor at the time. It was just so funny. And then like a month ago, the day my brother showed up at my apartment, and I streamed with no mic for a little bit. There was one day, like, or one time when my brother was here, she showed the middle finger, and it's like, oh my god, kid. Oh my god. How's your day been? Day's been, pretty good. Pretty good. Trying to stay positive. Because, I haven't seen it pop up in a while, but I will personally ask this. Question of the day. Say something positive. It's not really a question, but more like a prompt. But, say something positive. We need more positivity in life. So, and I went on a big ol' like talk about my stories and my fan fictions. But other positive things, I like, you know, playing games. Oh, Luigi's gonna grab that, okay. Or not. I like playing video games. I like being creative. I have awesome, amazing friends that I'm going to play Peak with later on Blue's stream. So that's going to be really fun, because I think one day I was lurking in JT's stream. I was lurking in his stream and he was playing Peak with like Owl. I think Owl and Blue, and was Zochi there? I can't remember. He was playing Peak with some of his friends, and I popped into chat. I lurked for a little bit, then I popped into chat. And they're like, yeah, you should get the game, Tessa. You should buy the game. And I looked at it, because I've been thinking about it for a while, and I had the money in my PayPal to do it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna buy the game, because if not, someone else is gonna buy the game for me and make me feel bad. So, so I'm like, I'm gonna buy this game myself. And it was only like $8 or something? $8, $9. So it really wasn't that bad. So I spent that evening just kind of getting the hang of the controls and getting settings to how I want them. Because I'm very peculiar. Blah, blah, peculiar. That's a word. Very peculiar about how I want things to run on my computer. So, like anytime I open up a game on Steam, I immediately go to the settings. Yeah, I immediately go to the settings. So, and change things how I want them. So that's what I was doing. And there's stuff you can play Peak with a controller, but I couldn't get my controller to work for whatever reason. So I've been just kind of mouse and keyboard on it. I have a preference for, you know, I would much rather have a controller than mouse and keyboard if applicable. But I couldn't get my controller to work with Peak, so mouse and keyboard it is. Yeah, I'm still trying to work towards a new laptop so I can maybe stream more like Steam stuff and not have a 3 frames per sometimes like in Portal 2. Y'all smell like Wario's fresh, clean farts. I think that's positive, right? You know what? Yeah, we'll go for it. We'll go with it. Another positive thing, we were able to get a Switch 2, which is what I'm currently playing on right now. We got it last Saturday. Yay. So, yeah, I'm currently playing on the Switch 2 right now, which is exciting. And, the only ones we can find were the ones bundled with Mario Kart World, so, like, you know what? Yeah. Liking it pretty good so far. Mario Kart World is very fun. Love having access to GameCube. Because, I mean, yesterday I streamed Super Mario Strikers because I never played it. I'd never been able to find a copy of it out in the wild, so I never had a chance to play it. And it was really, really fun. I'm gonna play some more of it tomorrow. And even after stream yesterday, I popped into Soul Calibur 2. Which again, I haven't really sat and played like a fighting game like that in a long time, so it was really fun to kind of go back to that. Love Mario Strikers? Yeah. I'm very partial to Strikers Charge because I played more of that growing up because I actually owned it. Why am I always in this position? Why? Drop me. Yeah, you dropped that dun-dun-dun. Hey, you dropped that dun-dun-dun. Soulja Boy Calibur! Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I played a little Soul Calibur 2, unlocked a couple characters, did the arcade mode. Yeah, it was kind of fun. So, yeah. I haven't played as Link yet, though. I have not played as Link yet, because I'm like, I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to play some other characters first. So, but yeah, I don't remember her name. Like, Taki? I think? I don't remember her name. But, yeah, I think I gel with her a little bit. I just hate that red outfit that she's got. I hate that so much. Because the render for it, oh dear god. That render, ugh. Charge was my shit. Mine too, even though it was like hard as fuck to get everything unlocked. Because I've never been able to unlock everything. I don't think I can like even complete the Crystal Cup. I think I still struggle with that one. But I love Charge. Charge was so good. Charged was so good. Dude! DK going insane! Crazy. But yeah, I like traditional fighting games. I also like Smash Bros. I love how the spacing for DK is just so far apart on the plaques. It's so funny. So yeah, like my husband likes more like big RPGs, action adventure, puzzle-y. Like he likes Xenoblade, he likes big RPGs, big story-driven RPGs. He also likes Zelda. Big Zelda guy. But then I like, you know, puzzle platformers, you know, RPGs as well. I mean, we both also like Pokemon. So, like, he likes Zelda. I mean, I also like Zelda, but he plays more Zelda than I do. Because, like, he's played a few Zelda games that I have not played. Some I don't have any interest in playing, because watching him play was enough. Because he really liked Tears of the Kingdom. But he wasn't a big fan of, I will allow it because context. And it's a weird thing to get auto-modded for. What is soccer but not basketball with your feet? Yeah, I mean, you're dribbling the ball, you're passing it, you're shooting it, you know? Making plays, you're scoring, like, hello? You shoot it into a net, I mean, come on. Come on, it's the same thing. Favorite thing to do in charge is playing as Wario and repeatedly going, butt smash! Yeah, I usually don't gravitate towards like the big power characters in Mario sports games. I tend to go for like the Daisies, the Peaches, the Luigi's, Yoshis. I usually gravitate towards those characters. Cause Peach with the Toads in Super Mario Strikers is pretty good for me. So, cause I tried Daisy with the Toads and something wasn't quite working and I swapped to Peach. I'm like, alright, this works. This works. I also haven't played Charged in a long time. It's been so long. No, I want money! DK, can you spare a coin? Will you spare a coin for me? Oh, it's all the way over there? Rude. That's so rude. I don't even know if I got anything from that. But I think I am more apt to... I was like, since when did he get more money? Whack a plant, that's why. I have 3 turns left. I'm not doing so hot. It's fine. I don't care, we're mainly just doing this to pass the time. My brain stopped for a second. My brain stopped. Yeah, and with the Nintendo Direct being tomorrow, I'm hyped for it for a lot of different reasons. It's supposed to be a pretty big Direct. It's also the 40th anniversary for Mario on the 13th, but it'll be that time in Japan. And also with the success of Mario Kart World and with how much personality some of these, you know, more recent Mario games have been, with how much personality they've had, I have some hope that if they make new Mario sports games for the Switch 2, that it'll have that personality in those games. I think that's been missing for a while. Because some of my favorite Mario sports games are essentially the GameCube ones, aside from Strikers, because I didn't play Super Mario Strikers as a kid. But I put in a lot of hours for Mario Power Tennis, put in a lot of efforts for Toadstool Tour, and there was like lots of personality, lots of cool stuff. And it was pretty cool and pretty sweet. And then, I didn't get too attached to like, the, Mario Baseball for the Wii, because I only played it a little bit. Come on. Too early. Oh. There we go. Such a flex, honestly, to get the ones in the... Get the ones in the other rows. Such a flex. Where are all the chests at? Non-existent. Where are all the chests at? Did we get- oh, there's one. Okay, bring that in. Nice. Oh, now they start coming in. Mario Ultimate Frisbee! Nice. So yeah, I haven't seen much of Mario Tennis Aces. I may have seen barely anything, but it never got talked about to like a high regard. Battle League, it's not very good. Battle League was not very good, I heard. It's really only meant for like online stuff and no real single player, and that's my biggest complaint. No real single player. Chess? Blue, you have been summoned. You're awake. Congratulations. Yeah, there's no real single player, and even like the Mario Golf game, like Star Rush, or not Star Rush, I don't remember what it was called, but like the Mario Golf for the Switch, it looks really fun to play with friends, but there's no real single player, and that's what's missing in a lot of things. It's like, yeah, these are party games, but there needs to be like good single player stuff. That's why I like Jamboree, because they had the party planner mode for, you know, when you just want to do stuff by yourself. No! Vine, do it for the Vine. Whee! And Superstars kind of fell flat because Superstars was built on only being multiplayer. So, but Jamboree had a single player mode to it. So, yeah. I'm still praying that maybe we get our Kid Icarus Uprising port, maybe a new Punch-Out. That's all I want. Even just like a new Kid Icarus game would be really freaking dope, honestly. It would be really cool. Well, battling. Yeah, I've heard it's bad. I heard it is bad. And I remember there was an outcry when Daisy wasn't even like on the main roster. It's like, are you serious? Like, Daisy's been a mainstay for a while. And like, also, you unlock Daisy in Mario Kart World, but it's super easy to unlock characters. All you gotta do is just do the cups and complete them. That's it. It's really easy to unlock stuff in Mario Kart World, but you still get the satisfaction of unlocking them. Or like Daisy was like DLC. You didn't even have to unlock her in Battle League. So there was problems there. I have an addition to your gripes about lawn people. They've been power sawing trees here for the last few hours and I'm about to crash out because it's so loud and I have no idea when they'll be done. If they keep it up, I won't be able to stream. No! That is a problem. That is a problem. At least my lawn people have gone now. Man, I feel the trees gripe. It's like you really couldn't have done that like earlier in the day. I think I've lost this, but it's fine. Like just overall, I think I lost, but it's fine. Nope, Not me. It's fine. Mario boxing! But yeah, so I really hope they bring more personality into Super Mario Mud Wrestling. But also with the Mario Golf game on the Switch, apparently with the controls, well, Luigi got his win, so he's the real winner here. Like, the controls aren't very precise. And it's like, they're somewhat precise in Mario Golf 64, but then in Toadstool Tour, you have a lot of control over literally everything. But then, in the Mario Golf on the Switch, they made it so, like, every swing is like an auto swing from Toadstool Tour. Like, it's completely random on whether or not you will get the, like, the perfect shot. And that is so ridiculous to me. That is so ridiculous to me. So, it's ridiculous, honestly. There are ads going on right now, so I didn't even see that. So I really hope they just kind of bring back, you know, the Mario sports games with more personality. Like, bring me a new Mario baseball game. That would be great. Mario Baseball would be awesome. We haven't seen a new one since the Wii. And also, with the GameCube Online, I would love to see them bring those the other Mario sports games to the GameCube Online, like Power Tennis, Toadstool Tour, Superstar Baseball. I would love to see that because I feel like it would be a lot of fun to go from the ground up again. Because I spent a lot of hours in those games, unlocking everything, doing everything. So it would be really, really cool to see that. So, alright, we padded it up to 3 hours. Blue's got a dilemma, so... So, I think we'll just end it here. I'll keep my stuff up just to be sure. There's a question today. Say something positive. 8 Balls, say something positive for us. Yeah, sure, whatever. Aw. I think the best positive response would have been, just believe in Joe Hendry. Minus 2 plus 0 equals 1. Let's go. My favorite thing is when you multiply a negative number by a negative number, it's a positive number. It's like, why does that happen? It's like, well, turn around. Turn around again. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, but when you multiply 2 positive numbers, you get a positive number. Don't turn around. Don't turn around again. Oh, what the fuck? I might try. What do I do? Quick. I don't know. I'm not your keeper. No, I missed the 3/4 of the stream because I had to do stuff. 1 more hour. No, I need to pick up my child from school. And to see if she had a good picture day. Because even yesterday, I'm like, we need to try Stefan. I'm glad I kept some of Allie's stuff. Some of her nicer clothes. Because we had a handful of outfits that Riley could have worn for picture day. There was like this really nice, bright, like kind of fluorescent orange shirt with like a little white on it, little t-shirt. There's a little t-shirt dress that was purple, kind of like a dusty, cool tone purple. And then there was like another kind of 3/4 sleeve shirt that had purple and gray on it. And then the one I put her in today was a black and white polka dot dress. It's black with white polka dots on it. And I remember Allie wore it to one of my cousin's weddings a few years ago when she was 4 years old. So, Xenoblade! Yes, when in doubt, Xenoblade. Jin, Noah, N? Question mark? Just trying to think of the dark brooding men. My math failed. It wasn't +0, it was +3. Fuck. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone has their weaknesses. You fool! Time to deposit my Stray Kids. Ah, yes, the best. Are you summoning me? I'm here. Well, Johnny said Xenoblade, so I am honestly ready to go. Sylvia's still alive. Ow, my shoulder! Ow, that hurt. Maniac. Ping, ping, double get you, maniac. Frankenstein, show them go to maniac. Maniac. Ha ha. I'm starting, give me a second. Okay, fine. Ow. So to explain what just happened with my shoulder, I reached over to my phone because it's sitting right next to my laptop on this little floor desk. And I moved and like my shoulder like twinged. It was painful. Anyone ever have that where like you barely move a limb and then it like shoots up pain somewhere else and it's like, ah! Anyone else feel that or is it just me? Or am I going crazy? I'm probably going crazy. I mean, I'm known for going crazy. Maniac. Speaking of Felix, he's the main character of the story! The fanfiction we're writing for the 500 follower goal, even though it's passed already. I'm still writing it. I'm making sure I'm going through it. I make progress every time I boot up my laptop to write it, even if it's like 2 sentences, I still make progress. My back hurts. It's a good kind of pain. You're on? Alright. You're on what? Anyway. Schedule for the week. Tomorrow is Friday. We're coming back to Super Mario Strikers because I want to do the Bowser Cup. And I was having a lot of fun with it yesterday. So we're gonna do the Bowser Cup. And after that, I don't know. I really haven't had any plans. I have like 0 ideas of what I'm gonna do for games Wednesdays and Fridays. I have no idea. We're just winging it, honestly. So and then Monday we come back around to Xenoblade X, just kind of doing affinity missions before chapter 13. Probably won't start chapter 13 for another like couple weeks or so. And then Tuesday, Thursday is Mario Party. We should be done with Mario Party 1 by next week. Because we have Bowser's Magma Mountain and Eternal Star left. We only have 2 boards left. So there's that. And I don't know what we're doing after Mario Party 1. And I've already recently done all of Mario Party 2, so I can't really do that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Thank you for streaming. Absolutely. Raid message. Raid message. Mario Party 3? I mean, I play a lot of Mario Party 3. I play a bunch of Mario Party 3, so we'll see. We'll figure it out. What should our raid message be? What happened today? Sure. Luigi, the true winner, please. True. I typed winner on my phone. Not winner. I typed true, like Blue spells her name Blue. I left out the E. I'm like, what am I doing? So, yep, that'll be it for today. Mondays are Xenoblade Chronicles X, Tuesdays and Thursdays are Mario Party 1, followed by something else, and Wednesdays and Fridays are currently Super Mario Strikers. It might change to something else later. I don't know. Lesson learned. Let's not call Luigi a bitch. Absolutely. So, thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out, and we will see you next time.